Respect, responsibility, and perspective. We remind you that.
Hello and good evening from Campbell Field. Second round playoff action on dial tonight. Corbin playing host to Taylor County. Winner goes on to the region championship game. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. The 11-0 Corbin Redhounds playing host to the 9-2 Taylor County Cardinals. And winner goes on. Can't tell you who they're going to play next week.
Right.
That's all going to be decided up in the air. But again, we have a good football team. Two good football teams on the field tonight. This should be a good football game to watch.
Yeah, I think so. You're right, Ronnie. And you just want to say again, hello, high top the T107 Red Hound radio booth. And like you said, winner go home tonight for the Hounds. And, the Hounds look dialed in. Good crowd right here at Campbell Field. And you talked about the Taylor County Cardinals, a really good football team at 9-2. And you don't want to say in the playoffs, but almost maybe, the Hounds got to be ready to go. The Hounds have always done a good job at preparing for the playoffs. But, almost like a trap game, looking ahead to week 3, maybe Boyle County Rebels, who do you get? So Hounds need to be ready to go right here at Campbell Field tonight, and should be a great football game right here on Friday night.
Captains are at midfield right now, awaiting the coin toss for about 5 minutes till we tee this one up. Looking at the schedule, Taylor County brings to the table tonight. They're 9-2
yes.
on the football season. They have wins over Bardstown, E-Town, LaRue County, Wayne County, Russell County, North Laurel, Lincoln County, Greene County, and then doused Letcher County Central a week ago in the first round of the playoffs. Their two losses are to two very good football teams. Mercer County, UK fans will recall Craig Yeast, the coach at Mercer County, lost to Coach Yeast and company. And, of course, they lost a game to Boyle County. They lost that one decisively. So looking for another commonality or team in common that Corbin may have for what a lot of folks are predicting to be their opponent next week in the Boyle County Rebels.
Yeah, exactly. And, you look at this football game and how the two teams stack up. And, like we just said, the Taylor County Cardinals coming here at 9-2. So they're expected to play good football and do good things. So, if you're the Hounds, you got to be dialed in. You got to be ready to go. And, to me, Ronnie, tonight, the Hounds need to, express their balanced offense, get Cade Elam making good decisions, and defense, of course, turn the Smith brothers loose tonight on defense. And, just excited to see how the Hounds going to play right here tonight.
The story of the season, of course, has been that the two twins that transferred here, Jacob and Gerard Smith.
That's right.
They have been outstanding. Gerard Smith, I think, won some sort of honor. It was Defensive Lineman of the Year or something like that, as well as Player of the Year in the district. But tonight he has a little interesting challenge on his hands. He's going to be playing against former teammate or future teammate Hayes Johnson for Taylor County. He's right tackle for Taylor County, committed to the University of Kentucky. Definitely looks the part.
Yes.
If you had to surmise which one of these fellas is going to UK next season, that's kind of a no-brainer, standing at about 6'4", 6'5", about 325, very lean, moves very well. That's definitely going to be a good test for Gerard tonight off the edge.
Exactly. Should be a great matchup. We were down here getting ready for the football game, and I looked down, at the sideline for Taylor County, and, I'm looking at that big guy down there, and he's a difference maker. So you're right. You see how Gerard Smith matches up there rushing the passer. So, again, should be a good test for Gerard Smith. We've seen Gerard Smith do a great job all season long.
Not the first Division I committed offensive tackle he's played all season. Of course, Frederick Douglass had a bookend of Division I committed tackles, and you saw the Smith brothers wreak havoc in that football game, as well as the entire defense. Number one defense in all Class 4A.
Yes.
Redhounds bring to the table. They've still only surrendered one touchdown on the season as a unit.
Yeah, exactly. You look at the points. The Hounds offense averaging 40 points. The defense only giving up 4 points. So you're right, Ronnie. The defense has played lights out. Almost last week in the first round of the playoffs, the Wayne County Cardinals not even really allowing almost a first down. So you just look for the defense to get better and the offense to kind of be fine-tuned. And, again, the Hounds should be ready to go right here.
Taylor County, of course, they're going to try to keep the ball on the ground tonight, have been very successful in doing so. Peyton Smith, 145 carries, almost 1,500 yards rushing and 20 touchdowns out of the backfield. We're 2.5 minutes till we kick it off here. Let's get some keys to victory tonight for Corbin to move on to 12-0.
All right, tonight, JB, keys to the game. Of course, you got to start on the defensive side of the football. Defensively, Hounds have to slow down. Ronnie just said it. The running game of Taylor County. Running back Peyton Smith has right at 1,500 yards rushing on the season. Stopped the Cardinals' running game. Number two, Offensively, you want to play with a lead, force the Cardinals to play catch-up on the scoreboard. So get a lead and make the Cardinals play from behind. And then number 3, Hounds need to take care of that football. The Cardinals defense have forced 19 turnovers on the season, so protect the ball like a gold bar from Fort Knox. And then number 4, win or go home tonight. Of course, for the Hounds, put the gas pedal down and play good, tough, physical Red Hound football.
There you have it, keys to victory tonight. Taylor County won the coin toss. They've elected to receive the football to start the game. Simon's on to kick it away, puts the boat to it. It's a low line drive kick careening towards the left sideline. It's going to go out of bounds. Flag down, illegal procedure going to be the call. So Taylor County going to open the football game at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, a pretty good little spot right here for Taylor County to start their first drive of the football game. But we've seen Noah Sima, get a lot of touchbacks, aiming for that coffin corner, if you will, and doing a good job all season long, and right there to start the game. So, the Hounds reset right here, turn the defense loose.
You're going to elect to spot the ball on the right hash. Taylor County breaks the huddle. Very big offensive line anchoring the field. They've got an overload set to start the game. 3 offensive linemen to the right side, 2 running backs to the right. Parkey in the shotgun. Handoff goes across that right side. He tries to bounce it outside to the 40, to the 45. That's where he'll be knocked out of bounds. Gain of 10 on the opening carry. That should be enough for a Cardinal first down.
Yeah, it looked like Joe Lester come up and made that hit right there. And just noticing, the Hounds all season long have been in their 4-man front with the 4 linebackers. But right there, we see the Hounds go to a 5-man front to kind of try to stop this Taylor County, kind of that run offense right there.
Cardinals break the huddle. I formation. Tight end to the right. 2 twin wide receivers also to the right. Fullback dive going across the right side. Going to be pounded down after a gain of about a yard.
Wow, good job in there. Big tackling leader Jacob Smith coming up in there, making that initial hit. 87 tackles on the season for Jacob Smith, 3 sacks as well. So, the Hounds switch right back to that 4-man front as we saw on the first play of the drive in a 5-man front, and they switch it to a 4-man front right there. So, really quick adjustment by the Hounds defense.
Brings up 2nd and 8. Cardinals in the shotgun. Wide receiver flank to either side. Running back to either side as well. Handoff goes to Smith across the right side. Not a lot there. Might have fought forward for a gain of a yard or 2. That'll be 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, looking up there, big Mikey Neal on the hit, and then we see Franklin West. Of course, the Hounds, big stud left tackle on the offensive side of the football, but Franklin West definitely getting some early reps right here at defensive tackle for the Hounds.
Notice they've dropped Hayes Johnson down to right guard position. Instead of right tackle, looks like that maybe a point of emphasis, try to keep the ball inside and not bounce to the exterior. 3rd and 6 from the Taylor County 49-yard line. Full house backfield, I formation, ISO right side, nothing there.
Wow.
Second effort might have got him a yard or 2. Brings up 4th down and about 4. Early decision time for Taylor County.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And you see the Hounds defense come to play right there on 3rd down. I'm sure Taylor County Cardinals used to, if it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, they line up in that overload set, that power formation, and move the chains. But I tell you what, the Hounds right there do a great job defensively and get the stop, and then right here force the Taylor County Cardinals to make a tough decision.
Looks like Cardinals will go for it. You expect they are the underdog tonight. They are going to take a lot of risks on the road. No, actually now punt formation. My mistake. It's a fake. Across the right side, knocked out of bounds. He's well shy of the yard to gain. So Corbin defense going to hold Jacob Smith, making a good play in space. Really looked like they didn't make a lot of substitutions on the field. So I just presume the offensive team was going to break the huddle, and it was a fake, and it was not a good one.
Well, exactly what it looked like to me. What you said, almost really lining up in an offensive formation, but then bringing that football down with the long snap, and then trying to get the first down. So again, we've talked about field position all season long, and the Hounds are set up for success right here on offense, starting their first possession right here at midfield.
Ball on the 49. Elam in the shotgun, twin wide receivers each way. Pump fakes. Now drifts to the right. Throws downfield. Got Stewart down the field. Hauled it and caught at the 25. At the 20 down to the 15-yard line. Tremendous job by Carter Stewart coming back to the football for the reception.
Man, just a great catch right there. You know, Cade Elam kind of floating to the right, getting really good protection, but buying a little extra time. And, I mean, he throws a 50-50 ball up down the right sideline, and then the Hounds' leading receiver, Carter Stewart, just jumps up in there and makes a great athletic play to move the chains for the Hounds.
1st and 10 at the Cardinal 13-yard line. Same formation, twin wideouts each way. Handoff goes to Bailey. He'll cut back to the right side. Lowers the shoulder pads down to the 6-yard line. That's about a gain. From here, looks like a gain of about 7 or so. We'll see the official spot.
Yeah, I think so. And, you know, it just speaks to the balance that the Hounds offense has. I mean, we see the Hounds come out there, throw the football down the field deep to Carter Stewart, and then right there you turn around and run it right up in there with, rushing leader Guy Bailey. So just a really good balanced offensive attack that the Hounds, kind of put into use.
5 wide receivers on the field on 2nd and 3. Brings Estep in motion. He'll get the carry on the jet sweep going to the left. Going to be bottled up right around the line of scrimmage. Don't think you got anywhere on that. No gain, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, kind of a tough run right there. You know, we see, Cam Estep come across the formation, run around that left side with that little jet sweep, but kind of gets shut down. So, I mean, you just reset right here and, try to keep the chains moving, try to get points on the board early in this football game.
Actually give him a yard on the carry, 3rd and 2. Trips right formation for Elam. Hard count, no bite from the defensive line. He'll reset after the adjustment from the sideline. Guy Bailey offset running back to the left. Now Elam will rotate him to the right. Bailey gets the call, bangs it straight ahead. Got a couple there. We'll have to see the official spot. Looks like the side judge might be indicating he was short by a little bit.
Yeah, maybe just short just a little bit, but I tell you what, you look at the defense for the Taylor County Cardinals in a 3-man front. They've got the nose guard and the 2 defensive ends. So, I mean, right there at the goal line, I mean, you're going to give it to number 8, Guy Bailey, who picks up a yard or 2. So, Hounds line up right here on 4th down.
Elam under center. He'll surge forward. Big drive from his offensive line. Wow. All the way down to the Taylor County 1-yard line. Saw big Frank Wells kick inside to right guard there and kind of lead the charge.
Yeah, anytime the Hounds want a big push, like you just said, Ronnie, they, click big number 74 down there at guard and then just get a lot of leg drive and a lot of movement. And really, Cade Elam, all he has to do is just follow that big red wall. 1st down for the Hounds right here.
1st and goal at the Taylor County 3-yard line. Hounds going to remain in the shotgun. Twins to the right, running backs offset on either side. He'll send Estep in motion to the right to form trips. Handoff going underneath to Bailey. He'll make a jump cut, keeping his legs moving. He's in there for the touchdown.
There we go. Wow. Just again, moving the formation, like you said, Ronnie, to the trips formation, getting a guy out of the box, and then you hit it up in there behind big number 74, Franklin West, and that big offensive line for the Hounds, who just pounded in there with Guy Bailey. So really good starts. You get the the turnover on downs from Taylor County Cardinals, and then the Hounds go the distance right there and put points on the board.
Simon on for the extra point try. Snap is down, kick is up and away, and good. 6:37 remaining in the first quarter of play. Corbin on top, 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Ever heard the phrase big enough to serve you, small enough to know you? It's true at Hometown Bank. From the easy-to-use mobile app to online banking and even bill pay, Hometown Bank has everything you need to make banking easier. Whether you need to make a mobile deposit or would rather stop in and see a friendly, smiling face in person, Hometown Bank is here and ready to help. Stop in and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
6:37 remaining in the first quarter of play. Corbin on top of Taylor County, 7-0. Your score, Guy Bailey banging it in from 3 yards out for the touchdown. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. We're getting to it in a hurry. Sama with the kick, end over end kick, fielded at the Taylor County 5, up to the 10, up to the 15, trying to shake some tacklers, going to be driven down into the pavement. You got Dudley dropped out there on the 15-yard line.
Wow, yeah. And again, we saw Jonah Mahan, kick the ball out of bounds there and kind of, get that ball to the 35 on the last kickoff. But right there does a great job. Jonah Mahan flying down, making the hits. And really, right here just sets the defense up for success. So good job right there by the Hounds. Special teams in covering that kickoff.
Forward Progress going to have him up to his own 18-yard line. 82 yards against the number one defense in high school football in the Commonwealth. Parkey in the shotgun. Hounds showing blitz. Hounds bring blitz. Handoff across the right side. Gerard Smith gonna make him pay. He gets leveled right around the line of scrimmage, and he drove him all the way back to about the 12.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a difference maker right there. Big number 99 on that left side, Gerard Smith. Sets his his stance up there, makes plays in space. He does whatever he needs to do. If he needs speed, he uses speed. If he needs strength, he needs strength. Right there, Gerard Smith coming up with the big hit for the Hounds right there.
Result of the play actually going to give him a yard. He earned all 3 feet of it.
That was a tough yard right there.
Parkey under center, full house I formation behind him. Fullback trap up the middle. He'll bounce off the initial tackler, not the second one. Going to be brought down to the dirt. Might have got a yard or so on the fullback trap.
Yeah, just a tough run in there. And looked like, again, number 99, Gerard Smith coming up, making that hit. And exactly what the Hounds defense want to do. They want to force, a third down, make the Taylor County Cardinals have to put the ball in the air. So really good job on first down, really good job on second down to stop the Taylor County Cardinal running game.
3rd and 10, obvious passing situation. Hounds have Joe Lester, Jeremiah Gilbert at the corner, Xander Curry over top at safety. Actually going to line up in the I formation, overload set to the left. Toss sweep to the left. Trying to find some running room. He'll try to reverse field. Not going to do so. Going to be wrapped up for a loss back at his own 15-yard line. No running room there.
Yeah, just not much in there. I wondered how, the Taylor County Cardinals would do against the Hounds defense, and I guess the question's answered right there. We saw Taylor County do a great job running the football all season long, but they haven't ran into a defense like the Red Hound defense. Great job right there to get that stop.
He'll loss a 3 on the toss sweep. Not sure the boundaries are the place to find a lot of running room on this red wall.
That's right.
Cardinals in punting formation. He'll take one step, put a toe to it. It's a knuckleball kick. Going to land at the 45, take a Taylor County roll. Out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. Again, Corbin, excellent starting field position to start their second drive.
Exactly. We saw the first drive, get started right around midfield. And, the Hounds come out right here. And, their second drive starts at midfield. So, just really setting up the Hounds for success. The defense starts how the Hounds play. And, the Hounds defense has done a great job to set the offense up for success.
Substitutions up front. Seth Jones and Miles Marlowe checking in at the guard spots. Nate Grigsby at center, Frank West, Keegan Reeder are your tackles. Elam in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, twins each way. Handoff going to go to Guy Bailey, bounces to the right side, throws the stiff arm at the 49, spins ahead. Might fight up to the 48-yard line, gain of a couple.
Yeah, just a little tough run in there by Guy Bailey. Hits it up in there between the tackles and then kind of bounces that out around the right side. And like you said, Ronnie, just a tough 2 yards right there for big number 8, Guy Bailey.
Brings up 2nd and 8. 3:38 your score here in the first. Corbin leads Taylor County 7-0. Elam will have bunch trips to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. That's Newberry. Elam takes the snap. He's back to pass. Sets in the pocket. Now he climbs the pocket. Throws across the middle of the field. There's Stewart holding and caught down at the 18-yard line. Diving reception from Carter Stewart. That is your all-time leading receiver in Corbin High School history, by the way.
That's right, exactly. Carter Stewart, of course, doing his thing right there. And you look at quarterback Kay Elam firing on 73% completion percentage on the season, doing a great job.
Hounds to the line in a hurry. Fake snap. No bite from the defense. Elam's going to remain in the shotgun. Twin wide receivers to each side. Guy Bailey offset to the right. Play action, throws the bubble screen to Estep. Hauled in and caught at the 20. Fights ahead up to the 15-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the bubble screen.
Yeah, and just a really good gain right there by, Cam Estep. And almost, the Hounds in that formation saying, you know what, Cam Estep will get him out there and, get him the football and let him make a play on your guy. Our guy is better than your guy. And Cam Estep makes a defender miss and picks up, a really good gain right there for 4 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 6. Ball on the left hash. Trips to the right. Elam back to throw. Sets in the pocket. He has time. Fires towards the end zone. Hauled in and caught by Stewart down to the Taylor County 3-yard line. More than enough for the first down. That'd be 1st and goal.
Yeah, and just a good decision again. Quarterback Cade Elam getting great time in the pocket, making a good decision. Of course, he's always going to look for big number 15, Hounds reception leader Carter Stewart, and just does a good job getting him the ball. And, again, just moving the chains towards putting the Hounds, up another score right here.
Hounds look like they're going to go with the Wildcat formation. Xander Curry in a Wildcat timeout on the field. Taylor County wants a second to talk about it. We'll take one as well. 2:43 remaining in the first quarter of play. Corbin up 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Owens Auto Parts has been serving you for more than half a century. Owens offers a full line of truck and auto parts along with custom-made hydraulic hoses, weather guard toolboxes, Sherman-Williams auto paint, utility beds, auto repair for cars, trucks, and RVs, along with quality top brand tires and batteries. Owens Auto Repair, keeping you safe with quality parts and service since 1954. Located just down from Corbin High School on Cumberland Falls Highway. Go Red Hounds!
Play Corbin on top of Taylor County, 7-0. Your score. Corbin does have the football, 1st and goal at the Cardinal 3-yard line. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Hounds looking good early on. Defense not surrendering more than about, 15 yards or so.
Yeah, I mean, really not anything at all. Hounds looking to, pile on some points right here.
Elam in the shotgun. 2 tight ends in front of him. Bailey will get the call across the left side. No running room there. Going to be bottled up for no gain.
Yeah, tough yards in there in between the tackles, and, the Hounds hitting it up in there pretty tight. And the Hounds trying to put points on the board right here on second down. And while we got a second, Ronnie, I'm going to just give my mom a shout-out. Tonight is her birthday, so just want to wish my mom a happy birthday right here, right here in the T107 Red Hound radio booth. So happy birthday, Mom.
Happy 29th.
That's right.
2nd and goal from the 3. Bailey gets the handoff on 2nd down, lowers the shoulder, bangs it in there for the touchdown.
Wow, just a good job right there. I mean, big number 8, Guy Bailey. We saw him kind of, fight for yardage on that, the previous play in there. But then you get Guy Bailey, number 8, out in space, let him do his thing, lower his shoulder pads, and get to the end zone. So great blocking up front, great run by big number 8, Guy Bailey.
Touchdown number 2 on the night for Bailey. Had a whole bunch a week ago. Simon for the extra point try. Snap is down, kick is up and away and good. 2:05 remaining in the first quarter. Corbin on top, 14-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Have you heard about downtown Corbin's newest event venue? The Pennington is a 2-story building that was built in the late 1930s and will add that old world charm and class to any special event. The Pennington offers 2 distinct event spaces. The studio is a classy and elegant 2,200 square feet that offers great photo opportunities and has its own serving kitchen. Just imagine what you want your special event to be and make it so with the Pennington, located at 500 South Main Street in Corbin.
2:05 remaining in the first quarter of play. Corbin leads Taylor County 14-0. Your score here at Campbell Field. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Round number 2 of the playoffs. Winner tonight goes on to the region title game to be determined. Simon to boot it away. Kicking from right to left. End over end kick going to be fielded at the Taylor County 10-yard line, up to the 20.
Whoa!
Going to be submarine tackled, slammed to the turf at the 24-yard line. Jackson Storms, the original hitter on the play.
Man, I tell you, Jackson Storms really shot out of a cannon there. And again, we see Noah Sima kind of guide the kick a little bit to the left to kind of set up the special teams unit. And then Jackson Storms does a great job flying down the field, making that initial hit. So, again, you look at the field position right here. The whole football game has been played on one side of the field and, of course, in the Hounds' advantage. So, great job, special teams, offense, defense. Hounds have dominated early in this football game.
Taylor County will break the huddle. Parkey in the shotgun, trips to his left. Going to fake the handoff, fire the bubble screen, hauled in and caught at the 20, spins out at the 25, tackled down at the 27-yard line. They have about 3, I think, on the reception.
Yeah, I think so, and look like Xander Curry coming up in space to make a hit. I mean, we've seen Xander Curry, play at that safety spot or rotate down, at outside linebacker. Wherever you put Xander Curry, he's always going to be able to find a football. So really good athletic play, really good defensive play right there by big number 2, Xander Curry.
Courier-Journal All-State safety from a season ago. 7 interceptions.
Yes.
Prior season. Parkey in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers on the field. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, pays for his crimes. Going to be tackled down in the backfield. Flag down on the play. If I had to guess, I think Gerard Smith's on the tackle. They're going to hit him for a face mask.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looked like more jersey than face mask.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see anything, but I mean, you know what? I mean, you get a face mask call, just an unfortunate deal right there, and you want to keep Gerard Smith, Jacob Smith, and this Hounds defense with the gas pedal down. So you get a flag like that, just tip your hat and move forward. I mean, good job again by the Hounds defense.
We call that an incidental face mask instead of the personal foul. So 5-yard penalty, not an automatic first down. Just makes it 2nd and 4 because it was a spot foul. Happened deep in the backfield.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's almost one of those penalties where he said, I really didn't mean to.
Not the way Coach Greer was reacting on the sideline, I'm not so sure that call was good.
That's right.
Nonetheless, 2nd and 5. Trips formation. High snap, it's corralled. Handoff goes through the middle of the defense. Big hole. Xander Curry finally brings him down up at the Taylor County 44-yard line. Big gain. That's enough for a first down, Taylor County.
Yeah, I mean, the first down, I think, of this football game for the Cardinals. Second first down, excuse me. That's right. But you got to you got to know where number 21 is, Peyton Smith. Of course, 1,500 yards on the season, and the Hounds kind of lost him right there. And then Peyton Smith, a really good run inside for the Taylor County Cardinals.
Good strategy for the Cardinals. They're trying to keep the ball relatively inside, away from harm's way. 1st and 10 at the Cardinal 44, shotgun formation. Smith gets the call again. No running room there. He's going to be bottled up and pounded down to the dirt. Might have got a yard on the carry.
Yeah, not much up in there. Of course, the Smith brothers meet him in the hole right there. Great job by the Hounds defense. And, you make a good point right there, Ronnie. How do you attack the Hounds defense? You can't get out on the edges, so you got to hit right up the middle, and the Taylor County Cardinals trying to do that.
At the end of the first quarter, 1 in the books. Corbin on top of Taylor County, 14-0 your score. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Mountain Dew is like no other soft drink on earth. That's because Mountain Dew is the boldest soft drink the world has ever seen. Today, Mountain Dew, the most iconic flavor in the history of soft drinks, has spawned a new generation of outrageously craveable flavors that share its glory, like Mountain Dew Major Melon, Mountain Dew Code Red, Mountain Dew Spark, Mountain Dew Voltage, and Mountain Dew Livewire. So here's to the neon royalty of Dew and the Dew flavors that have come after it, the boldest flavors on earth.
Hey this is Sammy here at Sammy's Furniture. And apparently, pain heals, chicks dig scars, and glory lasts forever, just like the mattresses here at Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Guys, we got over 62 floor model mattresses, and they're in stock and ready to be taken home today. We'll help you find a mattress that won't break your back or your budget. We've got discounts when you pick it up, and 12 months same as cash financing if you need it, folks. At Sammy's Furniture and Mattress, we're open 7 days a week from 10 to 6. On Sundays from 12 to 5, you can score a touchdown with a mattress from Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Come see us today.
At the top of the second quarter, Corbin leads Taylor County 14-0. Your score here at Campbell Field, round number 2 in the playoffs. Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Taylor County to the line in a hurry. Snaps the ball, gets the ball out. It hauled in at the 50-yard line, juggled all the way down to the dirt. Going to be called a catch.
Man, a tough catch in space right there, doing a good job. So, Taylor County comes up with that reception. Looked like Jeremiah Gilbert on the defense for the Hounds doing a good job. But, again, just a tough catch in space, and Taylor County comes up with the football.
Third down. 5 to go for Taylor County. Ball at the 50-yard line. Parkey in the shotgun. Twin wideouts to the right. Going to keep it on the ground to Smith, straight ahead. Spins off a couple tackles, fights into Red Hound territory down to the Corbin 43-yard line. Gain of 7. It's enough for the first down. Well, he's a hard runner.
Yeah, exactly. Explosive, really explosive. Gets that handoff and then gets north and south in a hurry. And I think, we touched on it just a second ago, Ronnie, but you're right. I mean, the Cardinals know that they can't get out on the edge, against the Hound speed, so just going to go directly right there, in between the tackles. Good hard run right there by big number 21, Peyton Smith.
First down, Taylor County to the line in a hurry. Called a cross buck action. Both running backs went either side. Nonetheless, he'll bang his way up to the 40-yard line. Gain of 3. Smith still trying to get him going for the – you can get the sense he's the kind of running back can really break one if you let him.
Exactly, and, looks like, 21 Peyton Smith and then number 1 Caden Smith both really, kind of look like explosive runners. And so the Hounds, big number 74 Franklin West, doing a good job to make that hit right there.
2nd and 7 at the Corbin 40. Parkey in the shotgun. Running back flanking him on either side. Handoff goes to Smith straight ahead. Maybe got a yard. Good job by the Red Hound interior buckling up there.
Exactly. Big Jace Hatfield in there. Big number 76 making the initial hit right there on number 1 Caden Smith. So, Hounds D tackles just need to kind of, come off their blocks, keep those runners inside, and do a good job. And we saw Jace Hatfield do just that right there.
This is a defensive unit have not allowed a lot anywhere this season. Only 1 touchdown in 11 outings surrendered by this defense. Parkey in the gun, 3rd and 7. Winds up to throw, throws a deep ball down the left side. Got Coulter, hauled in and caught at the 5. Knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Big long pass down the sideline. Finds Jaquan Coulter out there in single coverage, and that's got the Cardinals knocking.
Yeah, just a tough break right there for the Hounds, almost, giving that little punt fake and then going deep. And unfortunately for the Hounds, Jeremiah Gilbert kind of got behind the receiver and did a good job to catch up and make the hit. But, Taylor County looked to put points on the board right here.
Coming into tonight's contest, Corbin's only surrendered 600 yards through the air. It's kind of a stranger to plays such as that. Taylor County breaks the huddle, 5 seconds on the play clock. Parkey in the shotgun. Quarterback keeper, he's going to careen across the left side. Nothing there. Going to be dropped for a gain of maybe a yard.
I think Mikey Nealon on that initial hit right there doing a good job. But, Hounds defense backs against the wall right here, somewhere, where the Hounds defense has not been a lot this year. So Hounds need to try to, kind of bow their back a little bit and, get the stop right here.
2nd and 2. Parkey under center. Full house backfield behind him. He'll give away to Smith, who gets walloped.
Oh.
Gonna lose a yard there.
Wow.
Well, he took a shot.
Yeah. I mean, man, it makes a difference right there when you've got big number 99 sitting over there, with his hand in the dirt ready to, kick it in gear. And we saw big number 99, Gerard Smith, just kind of cave in the whole right side of the offensive line for the Taylor County Cardinals.
Brings up 3rd and goal. Ball sitting in between the 2 and 3 yard line on the left hash. Cardinals going to operate out of the shotgun. Parkey flanked by running back on either side. Quarterback keeper spins off to the left. Going to get pounded down into the turf again. Jacob Smith on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, pick your poison right there. Do you want to run at number 99 or do you want to run at number 0, Jacob Smith? And, I mean, we saw number 99 previous play, cave in the whole side. And then, big number 0, Jacob Smith, returns a favor, so to speak, and gets a big hit.
Good job by the interior there as well. That's Hatfield, Warren, and West.
Yeah.
And Lawson all occupying those 4 down spots. He had to try to bounce it outside.
That's right.
That's where the danger is.
That's right. Just big guys up front. I mean, nowhere to run. That's right.
Parkey in the shotgun on 4th and goal. 3 yards to go. Handoff going to go to Smith. He goes airborne. Did he get in? Waiting on a signal. I think he's going to call him down short of the goal line.
Wow.
Corbin gonna hold.
Man, a great defensive play right. Oh, flag coming out right here.
Uh-oh.
My goodness.
It's a dead ball.
I mean, we're sitting right here at the 50-yard line, and, the officials have the best view. And, man, Hounds come up and make a big stop. But Taylor County, of course, not happy about it.
See what the flag is. Didn't look like there were a lot of Hounds left around the football, so we'll see. It was a dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct going to go against Taylor County, so even going to do Corbin a more favor, dig them away from that goal line. They were stopped right on the nose of the goal line. The result of this play will put it up to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, just a huge defensive play by the Hounds. You make the mistake, you get the throw, and the Hounds defense gets the stop right here and then picks up the really, the kind of the cheap 15, if you will, to set the offense up.
Elam and company lining up in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end checked into the football game. Handoff goes to Bailey across the left side. Lowers the shoulder, fights up to about the 21-yard line, gain of 5 or so.
Yeah, again, just a good run in there. And, the Hounds, using kind of their balanced offensive attack, right around the 15-yard line. You let Guy Bailey do his thing, get up in there, kind of get you some space again to work with. And then you turn quarterback Cade Elam loose, with him firing 73% completions. You look at his stats, 24 touchdowns and only 1 interception on the season.
Trips formation, brings E-Step in motion, hands it to him on the jet sweep. He takes a shot. Might have gained a yard or 2.
Yeah, I think so. Cade Elam coming around the right side, just picking up a yard, maybe 2, and, creates this about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and manageable right here. We haven't seen the Hounds offense, haven't been challenged. So, really good test right here on 3rd down offensively for the Hounds.
Result of the play was a gain of a yard. Makes it 3rd and 4 at the Corbin 22-yard line. Elam in the gun, twin wideouts each way. Got Petrosky and Stewart here. Bottom side of the field, throws the quick stop to Stewart. Almost intercepted, though. Finds its way into the hands of the receiver. We'll see, based on the spot, looks like it may be close. And White signals it is a 1st down.
Yeah, just moving the chains right there. And then, the Hounds doing a good job taking advantage of wide receiver Carter Stewart. I mean, you've got to honor him with the deep route. The Taylor County Cardinals, Carter Stewart can take the deep route and, take the top off, but pulls up and moves the chains right there offensively for the Hounds.
1st and 10. Elam sets back to throw, pump fakes, pocket holds. Now he's going to have to take the sack. It's only the 2nd time he's been sacked all season.
Yeah, man. Yeah, tough break right there. Quarterback Cade Elam getting pressure. And then, again, you say, making a good decision. If everybody's covered up, you just take that sack and live to fight another day. So, a big, big loss right there for quarterback Cade Elam and the Hounds. But, get the reset right here on second down.
Going to lose 10 on the sack. 2nd and 20. Twin wideouts each way for Elam. High snap, he corrals it, pocket holds. Throws it away into the dirt. Had an intended receiver out on the left side. That's Guy Bailey. It's going to avoid the grounding call. Now 3rd and 20.
Yeah, I think, maybe the Hounds trying to look for maybe a little bit of a screen to the left side to Guy Bailey. But, again, Taylor County Cardinal defense playing well. So, kind of shuts that down. And, again, just speaks to the decision of quarterback Cade Elam. Just throws the ball in the dirt. And, you try to come up with a big play right here on 3rd down.
Same formation on 3rd and 20. Could see Corbin keep it on the ground here. Play the field position game. Twin wideouts each way for Elam. Sets to throw. Throws over the middle of the field.
Whoa.
He's got Petrosky.
Man.
Down to the 35-yard line. Sliding catch. That's enough to move I think it's going to be close to enough to move the sticks. We'll see what the spot is.
Yeah, just going to depend on the spot. And, Eli Petrosky finding a little bit of a slot right there in that zone and just kind of settling down. And brings up a 4th down right here.
4th and very short. Corbin keeps the offense on the field. Hard count. Nobody biting. Elam jogs up under center. Flag comes a flying. I think we have a Taylor County Cardinal in the neutral zone.
Whoa. Yeah, look like the line judge over there marking against Taylor County. So, huge, huge play right here for the Hounds to get the 1st down. Man, just a good job coaching all the way right there. The Hounds 4th and 1 in the gun. Then they pull up under center and, get the Taylor County Cardinals to jump. So, great, play call by offense coordinator, Bart Elam to get the Taylor County Cardinals to jump right there.
Neutral zone infraction makes it 1st and 10 at the Corbin 40. Twin wideouts each way for Elam. Loads up to fire. Hits the screen. Stewart in the flat. Going to be wrapped up where he caught it. Dropped for no gain.
Man, tough play right there. Carter Stewart, Cade Elam, exactly. I think exactly what I was thinking, Ronnie. You fake that throw, and then you go deep, and, Carter Stewart, is running down the field. So Hounds got that play probably in their hip pockets, the rocket screen and go probably coming at you here pretty soon.
2nd and 10. 4 wide receivers on the field. Guy Bailey offset to the left. He'll get the call across the right side. Bangs it up to the 46-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the carry. Now a much more manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, good job in there. Guy Bailey just hitting it up between the tackles. Of course, Hounds rushing leader on the season. And good to see Guy Bailey, whenever you need good, tough yards, can get behind the shoulder pads and, get those tough yards. So good run, good blocking in there by the Hounds offensive line, and a good run by number 8, Guy Bailey.
7 yards on the carry. Correction makes it 3rd and 3. Corbin has it at their own 47-yard line. 4 wide receivers on the field. Bailey gets the handoff again. He's got the 1st down, spins ahead down to the Cardinal 48-yard line. Gain of about 5.
Yeah, again, another good run, Guy Bailey. And wanted to see right there, Ronnie, I'm thinking, well, if the Hounds need, just another good, tough run, can the Hounds do that? And just good to see that, anytime you want to run between the tackles, can lean on that offensive line and move the chains.
Corbin down in Taylor County territory now. Elam back to throw. Climbs the pocket. Now he's going to tuck it and run it at the 45. At the 40, lowers the shoulder, dives ahead down to the 35-yard line. Should be enough for a Red Hound 1st down.
Yeah, I think so. And, another good decision right there. Quarterback Cade Elam. Everybody all the receivers kind of covered up deep downfield. And, Cade Elam doesn't see anything downfield, pulls the football, and runs for the 1st down. So, again, Taylor County covers you up deep. You got to find number 14. And right there, quarterback Cade Elam does a good job to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the Cardinal 35. Minute and a half to play. Elam has time. Throws the right side. He's got Stewart at the 20.
There he
at the
is.
15, 10, 5. Takes it in for the touchdown.
Wow. I mean, just making it look easy right there. Getting really good protection for quarterback Cade Elam. Kind of looks at the field, checks things out. And then, of course, going to go to number 15, Carter Stewart, the Hounds receiving leader. And then he catches a football and just gets north and south in a hurry and puts more points on the board. So a really, really huge drive right there. The Hounds get the stop on the goal line, take advantage of the penalty, and then drive the length of the field to get another score. Great job by the Hounds offense.
Simon for the extra point try. Snap is down, kick is up and away, and good. 1:20 remaining in your first half. Corbin on top, 21-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Ever heard the phrase big enough to serve you, small enough to know you? It's true at Hometown Bank. From the easy-to-use mobile app to online banking and even bill pay, Hometown Bank has everything you need to make banking easier. Whether you need to make a mobile deposit or would rather stop in and see a friendly, smiling face in person, Hometown Bank is here and ready to help. Stop in and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It is. So I'm sure he didn't make it.
Got a minute 20 remaining in the first half of play. Corbin leads Taylor County 21-0. Your score here at Campbell Field. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Hounds up 3 touchdowns on the Cardinals here in round number 2. Simon will approach, put a high end-over-end kick. Going to be fielded short at the 15-yard line up to the 20. Puts his foot in the dirt at the 30. That's where he'll be tackled down by a group of Red Hounds. That's where Taylor County will take over and start their next drive.
It looked like Jonah Mahan, Jackson Storms, big number 11, Zach Reynolds. Like I said, a lot of Hounds down there doing a good job in space, on special teams. So, again, defense set up right here. Kind of got a little bit of a rest after the Hounds' long drive. Great drive by the offense, setting the defense up right here before halftime.
Minute 13. Taylor County, I think, has 1 timeout remaining. Parkey opens up in the shotgun, twins to his right, one to his left, running back flanking him on either side. Going to hand off straight ahead, got a big hole at the 35 up to the 40. Fights up to his own 48-yard line, gain of about 15. Obviously enough for a first down. Kind of a different drive.
Yeah, exactly. And Gerard Smith, and Jonah Mahan coming there and making that hit. But, number 21, Peyton Smith, you can see why he's got 1,500 yards on the season. He's a good runner back there right behind that big Taylor County offensive line.
First and 10 at the 47. Parkey back to throw. Left side. Going to be intercepted.
Wow.
Jeremiah Gilbert picks it off down at the 29-yard line. There's the first turnover of the night.
Yeah, turnovers are huge. And, we talked about it early in the football game. Jeremiah Gilbert kind of fell for the little fake and, out and go there. But right there, you fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on me. Jeremiah Gilbert does a great job in the coverage and picks up his 4th interception on the season. So great coverage right there by number 7, Jeremiah Gilbert.
Corbin going to take over on its own 29-yard line. All 3 timeouts in their possession, and they do get the football to start the second half. We'll see what Coach Greer and company elect to do. Elam opens up in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers on the field. Going to keep it on the ground. Fights forward for the gain of about a yard.
Yeah, just a good, tough run in there between the tackles. And, Coach Greer looks like, going to be content to maybe run a little clock right here before halftime.
Now Corbin goes no huddle to the line. Elam back to throw. Pocket holds, fires a deep ball down the field. Almost intercepted. Good job by Stewart there to break that pass up. Coulter had his hands on it. Stewart just ripped it out of his possession. Brings up third down and about 8.
Yeah, I mean, really, we saw the Hounds run that football up in there, and you think, maybe Coach Greer going to run out the clock before half, but then quarterback Cade Elam takes his shot to big number 15, Carter Stewart, down the field, but Stewart does a good job right there to break up the pass to bring up a third down.
3rd and 8, 19 seconds remaining. And Taylor County has one timeout. Your score is 21-0 right now. They're down 8 to go. See what the Hounds do here. Play clock has expired. Yep, there you go. Penalty on the play. Corbin going to get tagged with a delay of game.
Yeah, I mean, tough break right here, and Hounds, up 21 to nothing right here, looking almost at halftime. So you got this third down, 3rd and long right here. May want to just be really, really safe with the football right here on this tough third down.
Elam has all 4 wide receivers in tight on third down. Handoff goes to Bailey. He's going to keep his feet running up to the 30-yard line. Picks up about 4. 10 seconds remaining. We'll see what Taylor County wants to do here.
Yeah, Hounds look like maybe going to
run out.
Yep, I think so. That's
force
right.
Corbin to punt the football. We're going to keep it right here during the timeout break, which, of course, if you're Tommy Greer,
yeah,
you can go for it here.
Yeah, well, I mean, 4 seconds in the half.
You can run 4 seconds off a clock.
You could fire a shot down the field, that's for
right.
sure, and see what happens. So,
if I'm Coach Greer, I would be eyeballing keep him offense.
Yeah, I mean, really, because you punt the football. Taylor County maybe picks up a block here, block there, and maybe takes one back before the half. So 4 seconds to go. Who knows? Fire one down the field and see what happens. And I think you're exactly right, Ronnie. Maybe the Hounds offense coming on the field right here. Still trying to see what Coach Greer's going to do, but hopefully maybe Coach Greer going to take a shot.
Of course, Corbin does have in its employ the quick kick.
That's right. That's right.
Elam will take a couple steps back and then punt it away. Based on how he's lined up, can't tell right now.
Yeah.
Hounds in the shotgun on 4th down. Hard count. Taylor County in the neutral zone.
Wow.
That's 5 yards. Not enough for the first down, though. That'll make it 4th and 4, though. Now Corbin could legitimately keep the ball on the ground, run out the half, and go to the locker room safe.
Yep, exactly. And, would be a good decision as well. But if you're aggressive, you fire the deep ball and see what happens.
Now he'll kick it. It is the quick kick. High end over end kick. Going to land and take a Corbin bounce. Going to be recovered at the 38-yard line, but that is the end of the first half. 1 half in the books. Your score here at Campbell Field. Corbin on top, 21-0. Your halftime score. We'll be back in 5 minutes. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Ever heard the phrase big enough to serve you, small enough to know you? It's true at Hometown Bank. From the easy-to-use mobile app to online banking and even bill pay, Hometown Bank has everything you need to make banking easier. Whether you need to make a mobile deposit or would rather stop in and see a friendly, smiling face in person, Hometown Bank is here and ready to help. Stop in and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Owens Auto Parts has been serving you for more than half a century. Owens offers a full line of truck and auto parts along with custom-made hydraulic hoses, weather guard toolboxes, Sherman-Williams auto paint, utility beds, auto repair for cars, trucks, and RVs, along with quality top brand tires and batteries. Owens Auto Repair, keeping you safe with quality parts and service since 1954. Located just down from Corbin High School on Cumberland Falls Highway. Go Red Hounds!
Have you heard about downtown Corbin's newest event venue? The Pennington is a 2-story building that was built in the late 1930s and will add that old world charm and class to any special event. The Pennington offers 2 distinct event spaces. The studio is a classy and elegant 2,200 square feet that offers great photo opportunities and has its own serving kitchen. Just imagine what you want your special event to be and make it so with the Pennington, located at 500 South Main Street in Corbin.
You know Mountain Dew is like no other soft drink on earth. That's because Mountain Dew is the boldest soft drink the world has ever seen. Today, Mountain Dew, the most iconic flavor in the history of soft drinks, has spawned a new generation of outrageously craveable flavors that share its glory, like Mountain Dew Major Melon, Mountain Dew Code Red, Mountain Dew Spark, Mountain Dew Voltage, and Mountain Dew Livewire. So here's to the neon royalty of Dew and the Dew flavors that have come after it, the boldest flavors on earth.
Hey, this is Sammy from Sammy's Furniture, and if you wake up every morning on the 20-yard line and feel like you can't make it to the end zone, that's because you're not sleeping on a mattress from Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Guys, we got over 62 floor model mattresses, and they're in stock and ready to be taken home today. We'll help you find a mattress that won't break your back or your budget. We've got discounts when you pick it up, and 12 months same as cash financing if you need it, folks. At Sammy's Furniture and Mattress, we're open 7 days a week from 10 to 6, on Sundays from 12 to 5. You can score a touchdown with a mattress from Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Come see us today.
Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Brands you can depend on just like the Hart family and Tri-County Cycle Sales. Since 1968, Tri-County Cycle Sales has been supplying southeastern Kentucky and parts of Tennessee with quality ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. But most importantly, service after the sale. Whether it's for work or play, your next off-road adventure starts at Tri-County Cycle Sales, located at 8775 U.S. Highway 25 in Corbin, across from Kentucky Outdoorsman. Phone 606-528-4792.
Hunting and fishing is a tradition born.
Ever heard the phrase big enough to serve you, small enough to know you? It's true at Hometown Bank. From the easy-to-use mobile app to online banking and even bill pay, Hometown Bank has everything you need to make banking easier. Whether you need to make a mobile deposit or would rather stop in and see a friendly, smiling face in person, Hometown Bank is here and ready to help. Stop in and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hunting and fishing is a tradition born from the need to provide food for the family and love for the great outdoors. Regardless of your reasons, dedicated hunters and fishermen know the success starts at Kentucky Outdoorsman. From guns for the hunt or self-protection to rods and reels for the rivers and lakes to the best archery gear and hunting and target practice. It can be found at Southeastern Kentucky's hunting and fishing headquarters. Kentucky Outdoorsman, located at 8833 South Highway 25 in Corbin, across from Tri-County Cycle Sales.
Owens Auto Parts has been serving you for more than half a century. Owens offers a full line of truck and auto parts along with custom-made hydraulic hoses, weather guard toolboxes, Sherman-Williams auto paint, utility beds, auto repair for cars, trucks, and RVs, along with quality top brand tires and batteries. Owens Auto Repair, keeping you safe with quality parts and service since 1954. Located just down from Corbin High School on Cumberland Falls Highway. Go Red Hounds!
Have you been in a car accident? Whiplash is a common injury and very painful, leading to years of health problems. Discover a chiropractor that uses digital x-rays and will not twist your neck. Call and make your appointment with me, Dr. Deidre Pennington, and experience the difference at Pennington Wellness Chiropractic and Massage. Phone 606-261-2053.
If you're having problems, trust our Grammy. We do!
Nothing. I'm looking at scores across the state right now. The one of most importance, Cov Cath leads Ashland 21-7 right now, but Ashland is knocking on the Cov Cath 5-yard line right before the half. So that could be a one-score game of huge importance if you're paying attention to this RPI stuff or texting me throughout the week on how it works. Right. I don't know, people. Quit asking. No, seriously. So basically the dynamic right now is because Corbin did go back and get a win by appeal. Corbin did appeal the no contest ruling of North Hardin, did get the win.
Yep.
But still, based on RPI, I think everything relatively remains in place because they got 0.5 RPI points for the no contest, get 1 point for the win by forfeiture. So that right now, the way things are shaking up, if Boyle County wins and Cov Cath wins and Corbin wins and Johnson Central wins, the way that should shake up is it should be Johnson Central heading up to Covington Catholic.
That's right.
And it should be Corbin heading to play Boyle County in Danville. If Ashland were to pull off the upset at Covington Catholic, Corbin could be playing host to Ashland right here at Campbell Field.
Which would be huge.
It would be huge,
yes.
huge. But, home field advantage only gets you so far in high school football. Some people think high school kids get away from mom, dad, and girlfriend and play better on the road. So
That's right.
Take it how you want it, though. We'll keep you updated on those scores, though. I'd much prefer to be right here at Campbell Field.
That's right.
Next
No doubt.
week, me personally, but
no doubt.
Nonetheless, I think I speak for all of us here. Looking at halftime stats right now, Corbin looking very good offensively. Cade Elam is 7 of 9 through the air, 138 yards and a touchdown. 5 of those receptions have gone to Carter Stewart, who has 119 yards in the half and a score. Estep has a catch for 4 yards. Petrosky has a big catch for 15 yards on the ground. Elam has 1 carry for 5 yards. Guy Bailey has 10 carries, 38 yards, 2 touchdowns, though, and Estep has 1 carry for 1 yard. Again, keep in mind these stats, not exactly eye-popping. Corbin's been starting from the 50.
That's
almost
right.
every drive except one started down here around their own 18-yard line, and that was after a first down or a hold on 4th down. So, Corbin's offensive stats always a little skewed because the field position is always going in one way so far this season.
That's right, and not like we're really worried about it or anything. I mean, the Hounds start at the 50. That's always a good thing, taking advantage, the Hounds' great defense, setting the offense up for success. And, I mean, Guy Bailey having his way, and, of course, Hounds' leading receiver, Carter Stewart, doing a great job. And then, you look at the stats, quarterback Cade Elam, 7 for 9, making great decisions. So, all things kind of on par for the Hounds' offense, and the defense getting a big goal line stand to keep that big goose egg on the board. So, Hounds, you wondered, looking towards, that week 3. And, of course, Ronnie just talked about it, all the potential maybe matchups. And, for the Hounds, maybe almost like I said earlier in the broadcast, maybe a trap game or something. But the Hounds have come in here tonight in this first half and played really, really good, solid football and built this 21-0 lead right here at halftime. So tip your hat to Coach Greer and the Hounds for doing just that.
We'll cut away for more corporate sponsor time. Again, it is halftime. Your score, Corbin 21, Taylor County nothing. We'll be back in 5 minutes. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Mountain Dew is like no other soft drink on earth. That's because Mountain Dew is the boldest soft drink the world has ever seen. Today, Mountain Dew, the most iconic flavor in the history of soft drinks, has spawned a new generation of outrageously craveable flavors that share its glory, like Mountain Dew Major Melon, Mountain Dew Code Red, Mountain Dew Spark, Mountain Dew Voltage, and Mountain Dew Livewire. So here's to the neon royalty of Dew and the Dew flavors that have come after it, the boldest flavors on earth.
Hey, this is Sammy here at Sammy's Furniture, and apparently pain heals, chicks dig scars, and glory lasts forever, just like the mattresses here at Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Guys, we got over 62 floor model mattresses, and they're in stock and ready to be taken home today. We'll help you find a mattress that won't break your back or your budget. We've got discounts when you pick it up, and 12 months same as cash financing if you need it, folks. At Sammy's Furniture and Mattress, we're open 7 days a week from 10 to 6, on Sundays from 12 to 5. You can score a touchdown with a mattress from Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Come see us today.
Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Brands you can depend on just like the Hart family and Tri-County Cycle Sales. Since 1968, Tri-County Cycle Sales has been supplying southeastern Kentucky and parts of Tennessee with quality ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. But most importantly, service after the sale. Whether it's for work or play, your next off-road adventure starts at Tri-County Cycle Sales, located at 8775 U.S. Highway 25 in Corbin, across from Kentucky Outdoorsman. Phone 606-528-4792.
Hunting and fishing is a tradition born from the need to provide food for the family and love for the great outdoors. Regardless of your reasons, dedicated hunters and fishermen know the success starts at Kentucky Outdoorsman. From guns for the hunt or self-protection to rods and reels for the rivers and lakes to the best archery gear and hunting and target practice. It can be found at Southeastern Kentucky's hunting and fishing headquarters. Kentucky Outdoorsman, located at 8833 South Highway 25 in Corbin, across from Tri-County Cycle Sales.
Ever heard the phrase big enough to serve you, small enough to know you? It's true at Hometown Bank. From the easy-to-use mobile app to online banking and even bill pay, Hometown Bank has everything you need to make banking easier. Whether you need to make a mobile deposit or would rather stop in and see a friendly, smiling face in person, Hometown Bank is here and ready to help. Stop in and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Owens Auto Parts has been serving you for more than half a century. Owens offers a full line of truck and auto parts along with custom-made hydraulic hoses, weather guard toolboxes, Sherman-Williams auto paint, utility beds, auto repair for cars, trucks, and RVs, along with quality top brand tires and batteries. Owens Auto Repair, keeping you safe with quality parts and service since 1954. Located just down from Corbin High School on Cumberland Falls Highway. Go Red Hounds!
The Pennington is downtown Corbin's newest event venue and most exciting addition. The Pennington offers two distinct event spaces that is pleasing to one's senses. The Loft offers an industrial urban vibe, which is awesome for photos and is located on the entire second floor. It's 4,600 square feet of event venue with its own private entrance and kitchen. Tables and chairs are provided, but you have to bring the guests. The Pennington is located at 500 South Main Street in downtown Corbin. For more information, follow the Pennington on Facebook and Instagram.
You know Mountain Dew is like no other soft drink on earth. That's because Mountain Dew is the boldest soft drink the world has ever seen. Today, Mountain Dew, the most iconic flavor in the history of soft drinks, has spawned a new generation of outrageously craveable flavors that share its glory, like Mountain Dew Major Melon, Mountain Dew Code Red, Mountain Dew Spark, Mountain Dew Voltage, and Mountain Dew Livewire. So here's to the neon royalty of Dew and the Dew flavors that have come after it, the boldest flavors on earth.
Hey, this is Sammy from Sammy's Furniture, and if you wake up every morning on the 20-yard line and feel like you can't make it to the end zone, that's because you're not sleeping on a mattress from Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Guys, we got over 62 floor model mattresses, and they're in stock and ready to be taken home today. We'll help you find a mattress that won't break your back or your budget. We've got discounts when you pick it up, and 12 months same as cash financing if you need it, folks. At Sammy's Furniture and Mattress, we're open 7 days a week from 10 to 6. On Sundays from 12 to 5, you can score a touchdown with a mattress from Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Come see us today.
Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Brands you can depend on just like the Hart family and Tri-County Cycle Sales. Since 1968, Tri-County Cycle Sales has been supplying southeastern Kentucky and parts of Tennessee with quality ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. But most importantly, service after the sale. Whether it's for work or play, your next off-road adventure starts at Tri-County Cycle Sales, located at 8775 U.S. Highway 25 in Corbin, across from Kentucky Outdoorsman. Phone 606-528-4792.
Here left in the halftime break. It's actually 4:15. Counting you down here at halftime. Again, your score, Corbin 21, Taylor County nothing here in the second round. Winner goes on to the third round, the region title game. Loser goes home at this point in the season. Corbin 11-0, Taylor County 9-2. Both teams trying to improve on their win column tonight. Right now, your score, though, Corbin 21, Taylor County nothing. Looking at scores across the state, I didn't even bother looking at the Boyle Perry County Central score.
Yeah, what's the point?
It's a lot to a little. I'm going to tell you that. And at the half right now, of interest, Covcath is up on Ashland 21-14.
Which is good. That's good. That's a good, interesting score. That's right.
And that has impact on Corbin, of course, because of RPI purposes. Again, if Ashland pulls the upset up in Covington, then Corbin's going to host Ashland next week.
Which would be awesome.
And not have to go up and play Boyle County at Danville, which would be huge.
Yes.
But we shall see. If the favorites win, as they should, though, Corbin's on the road next week playing Boyle County at Boyle County. That'd be the game of the state in all 6 classes next week. Write that one down.
Yep.
But you got to take care of business here. 21-0 is your halftime score. Corbin will be kicking it back off here in 3 minutes. We're going to take a 2.5-minute commercial break, and we'll get you ready for second half action. Again, your score, Corbin 21, Taylor County nothing. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes. This is
Hunting and fishing is a tradition born from the need to provide food for the family and love for the great outdoors. Regardless of your reasons, dedicated hunters and fishermen know the success starts at Kentucky Outdoorsman. From guns for the hunt or self-protection to rods and reels for the rivers and lakes to the best archery gear and hunting and target practice. It can be found at Southeastern Kentucky's hunting and fishing headquarters. Kentucky Outdoorsman, located at 8833 South Highway 25 in Corbin, across from Tri-County Cycle Sales.
Ever heard the phrase big enough to serve you, small enough to know you? It's true at Hometown Bank. From the easy-to-use mobile app to online banking and even bill pay, Hometown Bank has everything you need to make banking easier. Whether you need to make a mobile deposit or would rather stop in and see a friendly, smiling face in person, Hometown Bank is here and ready to help. Stop in and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Owens Auto Parts has been serving you for more than half a century. Owens offers a full line of truck and auto parts along with custom-made hydraulic hoses, weather guard toolboxes, Sherman-Williams auto paint, utility beds, Auto repair for cars, trucks, and RVs, along with quality top brand tires and batteries. Owens Auto Repair, keeping you safe with quality parts and service since 1954. Located just down from Corbin High School on Cumberland Falls Highway. Go Red Hounds!
Have you been in a car accident? Whiplash is a common injury and very painful, leading to years of health problems. Discover a chiropractor that uses digital x-rays and will not twist your neck. Call and make your appointment with me, Dr. Deidre Pennington, and experience the difference at Pennington Wellness Chiropractic and Massage. Phone 606-261-2053.
If you're having problems, trust our Grammy. We do!
You know Mountain Dew is like no other soft drink on earth. That's because Mountain Dew is the boldest soft drink the world has ever seen. Today, Mountain Dew, the most iconic flavor in the history of soft drinks, has spawned a new generation of outrageously craveable flavors that share its glory, like Mountain Dew Major Melon, Mountain Dew Code Red, Mountain Dew Spark, Mountain Dew Voltage, and Mountain Dew Livewire. So here's to the neon royalty of Dew and the Dew flavors that have come after it, the boldest flavors on earth.
Hey, this is Sammy from Sammy's Furniture, and if you wake up every morning on the 20-yard line and feel like you can't make it to the end zone, that's because you're not sleeping on a mattress from Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Guys, we got over 62 floor model mattresses, and they're in stock and ready to be taken home today. We'll help you find a mattress that won't break your back or your budget. We've got discounts when you pick it up, and 12 months same as cash financing if you need it, folks. At Sammy's Furniture and Mattress, we're open 7 days a week from 10 to 6. On Sundays from 12 to 5, you can score a touchdown with a mattress from Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Come see us today.
Nothing here at the half. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Corbin rolling here, and they are set to receive the football to start the second half. We'll see how they fare against this Taylor County unit.
Yeah, and always a good thing. I mean, the Hounds come out, play, good defense, good offense, good special teams, build up that lead in the first half, 21-0, like you said, Ronnie. And then, you get to take over and get the football right here. So, Hounds, all Hounds in this, second week of the playoffs, if you will. And look for the special teams right here to come out and take this football and set the Hounds offense up for success.
Taylor County on to kick it away. Ball's teed up in the center of the field. Back at the 5-yard line, Carter Stewart and Xander Curry set to receive the kickoff. He'll approach. Put the toe to it. It is a long driving end-over-end kick going to be fielded by Curry at the 5. Up to the 10, up to the 20. Throws the stiff arm at the 25. Slips down there at the 26-yard line. Good return by Curry. Corbin will take over 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, just a good return right there. You could tell the Hounds, kind of set it up for kind of a left side towards their home sideline return right there. And Xander Curry takes the football and gets really good positive yards. So Hounds get ready to start this drive right here to take over the second half.
Elam opens up in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 2 each way. Guy Bailey is running back offset to his left. Bailey will get the call across the right side. Tunnels forward up to the 28-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the first carry to start the second half. Bailey puts him right around 40 yards, but 2 touchdowns on the night.
Yeah, exactly. And, Guy Bailey able to break a big one, able to get those tough yards if you need him to, but able to go the distance. So, good to see big number 8, Guy Bailey, just kind of hitting it up in there in the tackles to kind of start this drive for the Hounds.
Same formation on 2nd and 7. Taylor County showing blitz. Only bring 4. Handoff goes to Bailey across the right side up to the 30. That's where he'll be gang tackled down to the turf. Picks up about 3 yards on the carry. Makes it now 3rd and 5.
Good job right there by the Hounds offensive line to kind of set that edge around that right side. Saw big number 51, Nate Grigsby, kind of pulling out, getting some blocks up in space as well. So, again, brings up a 3rd down, kind of 3rd and manageable right here. So, Hounds looking to move the chains right here on this first possession in the second half.
3rd and 5. 4 wide receivers on the field for Elam. Back to throw. Pocket holds. Fires over the middle. Going to be tipped. Intercepted at the 35-yard line. He's got green grass in front of him at the 20 to the 15. Frank West pounds him out of bounds at the 8-yard line, but second interception on the season from Cade Elam as Taylor County knocking on the Red Hound goal line.
Yeah, just a tough throw right there. Quarterback Cade Elam, trying to hit the receiver across the middle, but throws the pick. And a big break for the Taylor County Cardinals right here early in this second half, trying to, try to get back in this football game, if you will. And so, Hounds defense backs against the wall right here.
Big 45 Taylor Hansford took the ball on the sideline. Looks like he threw it up to his mama up in the crowd.
Wow.
I'm going to have to come retrieve that thing. It's fun to watch, though. Parkey under center. Ace formation. Gives to the lone setback behind him straight ahead. Might have got a couple yards on the fullback dive there.
Yeah, just not much in between the tackles, and the Hounds defensive front four doing a good job. Jacob Smith up in there with a hit. Jace Hatfield as well. So just, again, if you're going to put points on the board against the Hounds defense, you're definitely going to have to earn it. So, even though the Hounds defense backs against the wall right here, doing a good job right there on first down.
Second and 7, Taylor County takes their time in between sets. If you watch the University of Kentucky, it's real similar to that pace.
That's right.
Like to eat the clock. Like to make the time of possession narrow. Parkey in the shotgun, 2 tight ends. Fakes the quarterback run. Now he tucks it and runs it across the right side. Going to get tattooed.
Man.
Down at the 3-yard line. Boy, he took a shot. Held on to the football.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Jacob Smith, Evan Baker closing in a hurry, almost like Parkey got a little bit of room around that side, but gets closed down in a hurry, bringing up a big third down right here for the Taylor County Cardinals. And you speak to kind of running that slow play clock, if you will. It's all well and good if you're in the lead, but right here, Taylor County Cardinals down big, have to definitely try to take advantage of the turnover and try to put points on the board right here.
Third down, full house backfield for the Cardinals. Going to be a quarterback keeper across the right side. Not going to get in there. Ball comes out. They're going to call him down by contact at the Corbin 1-yard line. Corbin did turn him away.
Yes.
Down here early in the second half, or in the first half. Fourth down again.
Yes, fourth down again, and we saw, like you just said, Ronnie, the Hounds turned back the Cardinals almost at the half-yard line, so it looks like there's about a yard to go right here. So huge play in this third quarter, early in this third quarter of this football game right here for the Hounds and the Cardinals.
Fourth and goal, 1 yard to go. Parkey's going to start in the shotgun. Tied into the left, wing to the left, running back on either side. Going to be a direct snap, but it's going to be blown dead. Flag down on the field. We'll see what that call is.
Not sure what the call is going to be.
Dead ball offsides against Corbin.
Yeah, probably cost the Hounds about a half a yard right here. I think the ball was on the 1, so you move it to the half-yard line. And, again, just a big fourth down right here.
Never seen that in high school. They actually called the infracting player's number. Supposed to be a little anonymity out there.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. If you didn't see it, I didn't do it, so to speak. That's right.
Taylor County going to remain in the shotgun. They did a direct snap, and that's going to be the call here. Keeps it on the ground, fights forward, in there for the touchdown.
Man, I'll tell you, the Cardinals take advantage right there against the Hounds defense and put a touchdown on the board and, get the interception, and then you drive it down and put 6 on the board. So, the Taylor County Cardinals feel like they're back in this football game early in this third quarter.
Yeah, body language speaking, a lot of life on this Taylor County sideline as a result of that turnover. Jagger Shirley on to kick away. Snap is down, kick is up and good. 8:26 remaining in the third quarter. Corbin on top, 21-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Honda, Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Brands you can depend on just like the Hart family and Tri-County Cycle Sales. Since 1968, Tri-County Cycle Sales has been supplying southeastern Kentucky and parts of Tennessee with quality ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. But most importantly, service after the sale. Whether it's for work or play, your next off-road adventure starts at Tri-County Cycle Sales, located at 8775 U.S. Highway 25 in Corbin, across from Kentucky Outdoorsman. Phone 606-528-4792.
8:26 remaining in the third quarter. Taylor County finds the end zone. Second team to break that goal line on Corbin all season, 21-7. Your score here at Campbell Field. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Things getting a little tighter here at Campbell Field, JB.
That's right, yeah, tightening it up right here. I mean, in the third quarter, I mean, the Hounds, 2-touchdown lead, but, definitely got to do something right here to respond to that Taylor County touchdown.
Shirley puts the toe to it, end-over-end kick, going to be fielded by Curry at his own 10-yard line, up to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, hits the sideline, going to be knocked out of bounds just north of his own 35-yard line. That's where Corbin will take over.
Yeah, really good return right there. Again, return it towards the Hound sideline, and as Xander Curry kind of gets behind that special teams unit and that Red Hound wall and really gets some good positive yards. So, quarterback Kate Elam, we talked about the interception, only the second interception all season long, 24 touchdowns and interception number 2. So Kate Elam probably going to come out right here and try to, make amends for that. That's for sure.
1st and 10 at the 35. Sends Estep in motion. Fakes the handoff now to keep it himself and run it. Lowers his shoulder into the biggest guy on the field. Not going to topple him over, though. He will gain about 3 or 4 yards on it. They'll put him up to the 39-yard line. Gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the stats right there. Kate Elam has carried it 36 times. So, quarterback Kate Elam can run the football if he needs to. We've seen him pull it down when, no receivers are open downfield and make something of it. But right there, runs into the big Taylor County wall. But you're right, Ronnie. Picks up 3 or 4 good, tough yards in between the tackles.
2nd and 6, trips formation, offset to Elam's right. Guy Bailey going to go to the right as well. Now he'll switch him back to the left. Taylor County showing blitz. They don't bring it. Bubble screen going to be hauled in by Estep at the 35, at the 40. Slips a tackle up to the 45. Going to mark him down at the 48-yard line. Good gain there by Estep. That's enough for the Corbin first down.
Yeah, and really good play design right there. Offense coordinator Coach Elam, kind of gets Cam Estep out in space, uses the blocking of, Eli Petrosky and Carter Stewart to kind of spring the run right there. So really good job right there to get Cam Estep the ball in space and let him move the chains for the first down.
1st and 10. Tight bunch set, all in close to the formation on the right. Brings Estep in motion, arcing to the left. Handoff goes underneath to Bailey. Cuts out at the 50, straight ahead to the 47-yard line. Good gain there. Picks up about 5 on the outside zone run.
Yeah, a good run in there again between the tackles. Of course, Hounds rushing leader Guy Bailey hitting it off that right side, using the kind of the motion away from the play. Cam Estep motions to the left. You give it to big number 8, Guy Bailey, to the right, and then just kind of picks his way for 4 or 5 yards. So good job up front by big number 70, Keegan Reeder, the right tackle for the Hounds offensive line.
2nd and 5. Running back on either side. He'll send Estep in motion again to the left. Flag comes down on the play. It's in the Corbin backfield. Think this might be going against the Hounds.
Yeah, maybe a tough break right here. The false start right here, so going to cost the Hounds 5. And make the Hounds reset right here on 2nd down. So, you take away that run from Guy Bailey, that 5-yard run. Hounds offense got to reset right here on 2nd and 10. I think you're right, Ron. The Taylor County Cardinals fans and, sideline really starting to kind of feel this football game a little bit.
Yeah, you see that with underdogs. The longer they hang around, they start to believe the win is possible.
That's right.
2nd and 10. Estep in motion, rides the handoff. Now he sits in the pocket to throw. Good protection. Checks down to Estep at the 45, at the 50, 45, the 40. Just steps out of bounds, safely avoiding the contact. Well enough for the Red Hound first down to the Taylor County 38-yard line.
Yeah, and that play right there really just speaks to the speed of the Hounds offense. I mean, you get Cam Estep, kind of on the little bit of a swing route out to the left side, just getting the ball in the hands. Our athlete's better than your athlete. He makes big number 45, who we saw get the interception earlier in the football game. Taylor Hansford kind of miss and then puts the gas down for the first down.
4 wide receivers on the field on 1st and 10. Elam going to hand it off straight ahead to Curry across the left side, still picking his way forward up to the 30-yard line. Yeah, gain of 8 for Curry out of the backfield. Now a much more manageable 2nd and 2. It's good territory to take a shot for the end zone.
Yeah, exactly. You get it 2nd and 2, you get it 2nd and short. You can take the shot if you want to. And I tell you what, the Hounds have done a really good job kind of with a little bit of a methodical drive right here. But you're right, Ronnie, 2nd and 2, you may dial up to take a shot towards the end zone.
Same formation on 2nd down. Elam back to throw, pump fake, fires deep down the right sideline, trying to find Stewart, overthrows everybody, incomplete. Now 3rd and 2, so now Corbin can just keep it on the ground.
Exactly, and you just called it. You called the shot. The Hounds take a deep throw right there to Carter Stewart to kind of take the top off of the defense. But you're right, Hounds reset right here, 3rd and short, and can just pound away with big number 8, Guy Bailey, to keep those chains moving. So I love how, even though the football was incomplete right there on that shot, great to see offense coordinator, Coach Elam, take his shot down the field.
Handoff on 3rd and 2. Guy Bailey hit at the line of scrimmage, but keeps his legs moving. I think he's just north of the line to gain. Should be enough for the first down, and it is. Wide hat signals.
Yes.
Fights down to about the 25, 26-yard line, somewhere thereabouts.
Yeah, and again, just another good methodical drive right here. You get the ball out in space, you hit it between the tackles, you take your shot if you've got one. So the Hounds really kind of using their whole offensive playbook right here to attack the Taylor County Cardinals.
1st and 10 at the Cardinal 26, 4.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd. Corbin holding a 21-7 lead. Brings Estep in motion. Flag comes down again. Same official. It's the back judge. False start.
Man.
They called that on the center.
Yeah.
Actually, right guard. Well, nonetheless, second false start called on this drive.
Yeah, no, just looking, at the formation and how the line's setting up. I mean, I didn't see anybody move right there. Didn't see anybody move on the other call right there. So the Hounds reset right here, a little bit behind the chains on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15. Twin wideouts each way for Elam. Play action. Sets to throw. Lots of time. Rolls to the right, fires to the right. Got Simon down at the 15, at the 10. Throws the stiff arm, spins ahead towards the end zone. Going to call him down by contact at the 1-yard line. Simon almost gets it in there for the score.
Yeah, and I mean, again, just Cade Elam kind of surveying the field, if you will. Looks to the left, looks to the middle, and then hits big number 85 out to the right there. He looks left, he looks middle, he looks right. Get really good protection, fires the ball to Noah Sima, and then, of course, Noah Sima gets to the end zone in a hurry. Just stopped short about a yard from being 6 points on the board for the Hounds offense.
1st and goal at the 1. Elam tucks up under center. He's going to look to keep it himself. It's a scramble near the goal line. No indication yet. I think he might be shy.
Yeah, I mean. And, we've seen it all season long. When Cade Elam lines up under center and tries to slam it up in there, usually he comes up with a touchdown. But I tell you what, Taylor County Cardinals, kind of finding Cade Elam in there and creating this 2nd down.
Call is he is shy. Quarterback keeper doesn't get it in there. He'll try it again on 2nd down. Ball comes out. Tries to reach over the goal line. Guy Bailey does fall on it, but Corbin's going to lose a couple yards there. He tried to reach over the top, and good defensive play to punch that football out in the air.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Taylor County Cardinals, 9-2 record, definitely, how to make plays. And we talked about the turnovers. Have created 19 turnovers on the season, 10 fumbles, and 9 interceptions. So know how to create that loose ball. So the Hounds lucky right there to come up with that fumble and live to fight another day right here on third down.
Got a gratuitous spot as well. Actually going to move it back to the 2. 3rd and goal from the Taylor County 2. See what the Hounds go with here. 2 tight ends in the football game. Goal line package for the defense. Handoff goes to Guy Bailey. Keeps the legs churning. He's close and he's short.
Man.
Line judge ruling that one short. So now 4th and goal from the 1-inch line.
Man, I'll tell you, 4th down right here. And, of course, Hound's going to probably line up and go for this. But, you see that line judge come in there and point to the ground. I thought maybe Guy Bailey snuck across, but creates a huge 4th down right here. I'll tell you what, if, I'm going to roll the dice, take my chances, I'm running behind big number 74.
Elam under center. Push. Looks like he's in there this time. We'll wait for the final call. He's in there for the touchdown.
There we go. And you talked about that earlier in the game, Ronnie, how the Hounds move Big Franklin West to left guard, and we see it pay dividends right there. I mean, big number 74 moves in there to that left guard and gets that big push on the quarterback keeper. So great job, great adjustment by the Hounds offense to cash in on the touchdown right there.
3rd rushing touchdown tonight from the Hounds. Definitely earned. That was hard fought.
Yes, that's right.
Took 4 downs to do it, starting at the 1.
Yes, and you speak to the drive, just a really methodical type drive. We're used to the Hounds hitting those big plays, but really, like you said, had to earn that touchdown right there.
Sama on for the extra point try. Snap is down, kick is up and away, and good. 1:28 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Corbin on top, 28-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Hunting and fishing is a tradition born from the need to provide food for the family and love for the great outdoors. Regardless of your reasons, dedicated hunters and fishermen know the success starts at Kentucky Outdoorsman. From guns for the hunt or self-protection to rods and reels for the rivers and lakes to the best archery gear and hunting and target practice. It can be found at Southeastern Kentucky's hunting and fishing headquarters. Kentucky Outdoorsman, located at 8833 South Highway 25 in Corbin, across from Tri-County Cycle Sales.
Minute 28 remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. Corbin leads Taylor County 28-7. Your score. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Kate Elam keeping it from 1 yard out for the touchdown. 3-touchdown lead for the Hounds. Tightest game Corbin's been in a while. Simon on to kick it away for the Hounds. He'll approach, put the toe to it. It is a high and short end-over-end kick, going to be fielded at the Taylor County 20. Up to the 25, not much further. Fights ahead to the 28-yard line. That's where Taylor County will open up their next possession of the game.
Jonah Mahan in on a hit right there on the special teams unit for the Hounds. And, you mentioned that, Ronnie, the toughest game so far, in a while for the Hounds. And to me, that's almost a good thing. I mean, the Hounds got a big battle probably coming up in week 3 if, go ahead and take care of the Cardinals right here. So you want to see the Hounds defense get out there, the Hounds offense get out there and have to battle a tough football team like the Taylor County Cardinals for 4 quarters. So a really good, tough test, and I think a good thing, again, for the Hounds.
Parkey to the line, shotgun formation. Loads up and fires, almost intercepted. It is hauled in and caught, though. Surges ahead up to his own 33-yard line. Gain of about 9 on the screen reception. Sets up a manageable 2nd and 1 for Taylor County.
Yeah, we see Xander Curry, Mikey Neal come up and make that hit. And, we see big number 99, Gerard Smith, almost bat the ball down. We've seen him do that all season long. So, again, a pretty good play right there for the Taylor County Cardinals. Create this 2nd and short right here.
2nd and short. Taylor County has connected on a deep ball tonight.
Yes.
Parkey in the gun. He's going to hand off straight ahead. He wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage. Going to be close to 1st down yardage. Can't see here.
Yeah. Actually, I think maybe going to mark mark him short, are actually going to move the chains right here. Okay, I was looking at the
chains
down
are moving.
marker. Yeah, so you're right. It was really, really close, but Taylor County Cardinals going to move the chains right here.
No indication, though, but I guess we'll read the sticks. Parkey in the gun on first down. Makes an adjustment. 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. Handoff going straight ahead. Hits a wall. Makes it up to the 41-yard line. Picks up about 2 yards. Injury down on the play. And that's going to conclude the third quarter. So 3 in the books and 1 to go. Corbin on top of Taylor County. 28-7, your score. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Ever heard the phrase big enough to serve you, small enough to know you? It's true at Hometown Bank. From the easy-to-use mobile app to online banking and even bill pay, Hometown Bank has everything you need to make banking easier. Whether you need to make a mobile deposit or would rather stop in and see a friendly, smiling face in person, Hometown Bank is here and ready to help. Stop in and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Owens Auto Parts has been serving you for more than half a century. Owens offers a full line of truck and auto parts along with custom-made hydraulic hoses, weather guard toolboxes, Sherman-Williams auto paint, utility beds, auto repair for cars, trucks, and RVs, along with quality top brand tires and batteries. Owens Auto Repair, keeping you safe with quality parts and service since 1954. Located just down from Corbin High School on Cumberland Falls Highway. Go Red Hounds!
At the top of the fourth quarter, Corbin on top of Taylor County. 28-7 is your score. Have an injury on the field right now. They have a big guy for Taylor County, one of their big O-linemen shaking up on the play. Trainers tending to him there at the midfield stripe. We'll keep it here for the moment. Well, they tend him. Looks like they're about to get him up.
Yeah, I think so. And, you just hope he gets up there. I mean, could be the, Taylor County's last game of the football season right here. And moved in this fourth quarter with the Hounds on top. So, hope he gets up and gets off the field and everything works out right here. And I think you're right, Ronnie. Trainer's going to get him up and see if he can come off the field right here. And we've seen, we've seen Taylor County, move the football a little bit, create a first down, create some first downs, take advantage of the interception by quarterback Kate Elam early, in the football game. So, the Taylor County Cardinals have definitely, presented a lot more of a challenge to the Hounds than really a lot of football teams this year. So, and I think, again, like I said earlier in the football game, that's a good thing. I mean, the Hounds, as they move through towards Kroger Field, you want to see the Hounds be tested. And they've definitely, had to buckle up here and play good football tonight.
Not a lot of teams can boast the size that Taylor County has. This is a big football team, big physical group. Did lose one of their big tackles just now. Number 76, David Riggins, shaking up for the Cardinals. Keep an eye on that. The strength of this team is certainly their offensive line.
Oh, yeah. You look out there. You can just see those guys. Big front for the Taylor County Cardinals. And the Hounds really matching up well. But, again, forcing the Hounds defense to go to work right here.
2nd and 8. Parkey in the shotgun. He's going to hand off straight ahead. Might have got a yard on the inside zone play. Now 3rd and long for Taylor County.
Evan Baker on the hit right there for the Hounds at linebacker, doing a good job inside on that run between the tackles. And we talked about the Taylor County Cardinal offensive line. I tell you what, if I was going to run the football, I would want to run behind that big offensive line right there. And but the Hounds defense, again, creating a third down right here, just turning back the Taylor County Cardinal offense.
3rd down, 6 needed to keep this drive alive. Taylor County probably going to be in 4-down territory for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, I think so. Down 28-7 in the fourth quarter, you got to roll the dice. You got to, put points on the board. So, of course, exactly right, Ronnie. Definitely Taylor County going to go at it right here.
Timeout, Taylor County will take one as well. 11 and a half minutes remaining in the football game. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 28-7 your score. This is Red Hound Football on T107.
The Pennington is downtown Corbin's newest event venue and most exciting addition. The Pennington offers 2 distinct event spaces that is pleasing to one's senses. The Loft offers an industrial urban vibe, which is awesome for photos and is located on the entire second floor. It's 4,600 square feet of event venue with its own private entrance and kitchen. Tables and chairs are provided, but you have to bring the guests. The Pennington is located at 500 South Main Street in downtown Corbin. For more information, follow the Pennington on Facebook and Instagram.
11-10 remaining in the football game. Corbin on top of Taylor County, 28-7. Your score here at the break. Taylor County facing down a long 3rd and 6 to keep their drive and potential season alive. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Score update: Covcath pulls ahead of Ashland 28-14 right now up in Covington. So if all the scores remain chain true, looks like Corbin may be on the road at Bull County next week. We'll see, though.
That's right. That's right.
3rd and 6, Parkey in the shotgun. He'll throw. Loads up and fires a bomb down the left sideline over the head of everybody. Incomplete. Sets up 4th and 6. Now big-time decision.
Yeah, a huge decision right here. I mean, it's almost all or nothing, really, for the Taylor County Cardinals. I mean, you just said it, Ronnie. Season is definitely on the line right here for Taylor County. The Hounds looking to move to week 3. But, if you're the Taylor County Cardinal offense, if you don't pick up a first down, you don't press and, get some positive yards and move the chains and try to put points on the board, the clock's definitely going to, tick 0 on you. So you got to make something happen right here. A huge play right here on 4th down for the Hounds defense and the Taylor County Cardinal offense right here.
4th down. Cardinals send a receiver in motion, hard count. Trying to get a jump. Flag is down on the play. Delay of game going to be the call against Taylor County. That's a brutal penalty on 4th and 6.
Yes, huge penalty. And, the Hounds defense got the Cardinals right where they want to have them right here. I mean, the Cardinals have a great running game, but not a great passing game. So you get the Taylor County Cardinals behind the chains a little bit, in the 4th quarter, late in this football game, behind the chains. You're really going to force, the Taylor County Cardinals to either throw the football or some kind of trick play right here. So the Hounds need to be ready for anything right here on 4th down.
Taylor County going to take another timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. 11:04 remaining in the game. Your score, Corbin 28, Taylor County 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Mountain Dew is like no other soft drink on earth. That's because Mountain Dew is the boldest soft drink the world has ever seen. Today, Mountain Dew, the most iconic flavor in the history of soft drinks, has spawned a new generation of outrageously craveable flavors that share its glory, like Mountain Dew Major Melon, Mountain Dew Code Red, Mountain Dew Spark, Mountain Dew Voltage, and Mountain Dew Livewire. So here's to the neon royalty of Dew and the Dew flavors that have come after it, the boldest flavors on earth.
11:04 remaining in tonight's contest. Corbin on top of Taylor County, 28-7 your score. Taylor County staring down the barrel of 4th and 11 to keep the drive and the season alive. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Parkey comes to the line. One tight end, offset to the left, running back on either side. Wide receiver on either side. Back to throw. Corbin brings the blitz. Pocket collapsing in a hurry. Parkey retreating, trying to find some running room. Not going to find it. Blake Lawson, German suplexes him onto the ground. Corbin defense holds.
Yeah, I mean, just nothing there. I mean, trying to make a play. Parkey, rolling out to the left side and just getting instant pressure and looking downfield. Nobody home, of course. DB's playing great, covering up the Cardinal receivers. And then, you just let the defensive line take over from there. And we see big Blake Lawson, like you said, just slams him to the ground. And Hounds take over in great field position right here.
1st and 10 at the Taylor County 28-yard line. 10:55 to play. Hounds on top, 28-7. Twin wideouts each way. Breen Stewart in short motion. Now sets to throw. Got him on the drag route. Hauled in at the 30, up to the 25, now the 20. Still fighting yards down to the 15-yard line. It's enough for the Red Hound first down.
Yeah, and really almost kind of run everybody out of the box there, everybody out in space, and then, just hit number 15, Carter Stewart, across the formation. So really good play call, really good play design to kind of clear it out right there for number 15 coming across the middle, Carter Stewart.
First and 10 at the Cardinal 15-yard line, same formation for the Hounds. Elam sets the throw, fires the screen, hauled it and caught by Bailey. At the 10, at the 5, going to be close to the touchdown. No. Going to be shy. Actually said he stepped out of bounds at the Taylor County 2.
Yeah, I think so. And again, I love how, Coach Elam, he kind of by play design just says our athlete's better than your athlete. And, big number 8, Guy Bailey, catch that football in a little bit of a swing route and gets towards the end zone in a hurry.
Hounds might have got a break there.
I think so. I think so.
There was a hold out in space, but.
Yeah, I mean, who's counting right there? So Hounds catch a break, and late in this football game, and good to see the Hounds try to go in and score right here.
Bunch formation on first and goal. Bailey gets the handoff across the left side, hits the line of scrimmage, stays on his feet, finally slung to the ground, but he was slung by his face mask. That's going to be a face mask against Taylor County.
Yeah, exactly. And, we saw Guy Bailey, of course, hit it on that left side and kind of in between the tackles a little bit, and then kind of gets stood up and bounces it outside, but then gets brought down by his face mask. So you're right, going to be a big penalty right here for the Hounds.
Face mask is the call. Of course, that's half the distance to the goal, so move it a foot.
That's right, yeah. Not going to cost you a lot right here for the Cardinals.
Because of the nature of the personal foul, though, it is a first down. First and goal from the 1. Corbin stays in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, brings E-Step in motion. E-Step will he'll keep it himself, quarterback keeper.
There he is.
Towards the goal line in there for the touchdown.
Man, I'll tell you, you get that motion coming across. We've seen Cam E-Step get a lot of good runs around that outside, and so you fake that, and then you hit it up in there between the tackles. So really good, tough run, really good play design, again, and another touchdown for the Hounds. So to kind of extend this lead and really, looking at the clock, looking at the situation, the Hounds kind of almost put things away right there with that big score.
Simon for the extra point try. Snap is down, kick is up and away, and good. 9:48 remaining in your game. Corbin on top 35-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Hey, this is Sammy from Sammy's Furniture, and if you wake up every morning on the 20-yard line and feel like you can't make it to the end zone, that's because you're not sleeping on a mattress from Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Guys, we got over 62 floor model mattresses, and they're in stock and ready to be taken home today. We'll help you find a mattress that won't break your back or your budget. We've got discounts when you pick it up, and 12 months same as cash financing if you need it, folks. At Sammy's Furniture and Mattress, we're open 7 days a week from 10 to 6. On Sundays from 12 to 5, you can score a touchdown with a mattress from Sammy's Furniture and Mattress. Come see us today.
9:48 remaining in tonight's contest. Corbin on top of Taylor County, 35-7. Your score here in the fourth quarter. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Hounds are 9 minutes away from a rematch up in Danville. All the scores I'm getting across the state indicate that after the RPI and everything's rotated, Hounds are on the road taking on the Rebels of Bull County. That's a rematch from the state title game a year ago.
Exactly. And, the Hounds have played their season. They've done all this. They've done all that. But really, at the end of the day, everybody knew what was coming. That's for sure. And the big rematch going to be settled in Bull County next week.
Simon kicks it. It's a down and dirty kick. It's on the turf. Taylor County player finally falls on it at the 32-yard line. That's where Taylor County have not driven the length of the field tonight, but they have crossed the goal line.
That's
Only
right.
The second team in 12 games to say they've done that on this defense.
Yeah, exactly. And, they did it through a turnover. We talked about the Hounds protecting the football, and, the Hounds put the ball in harm's way. And, of course, early in the football game, Taylor County took advantage and created the points. But other than that, though, the Hounds have played lights out offensively, defensively, and even in special teams. So, again, just another complete football game tonight for the Hounds.
First and 10, Parkey in the shotgun, going to keep it on the ground, probing that right side. No running room there. Actually might have lost a yard or so.
Yeah, I think so. And again, Evan Baker on the hit, Mikey Neal, number 40, on the hit. And that's just those inside linebackers really going to work in there and really using that big front four. The Hounds' defensive front four kind of clears the way, puts instant pressure in the backfield, and then lets those inside linebackers and those outside linebackers, the Rovers, just go to work and clean up the play. So good job by Mikey Neal and Evan Baker on the hit right there.
Sets up second and 10. Parkey in the gun. Trips to his right. Toss sweep to his right. He'll cut back against the grain. Pays a price for it. Evan Baker gave him a shot.
Yeah, I mean, Evan Baker just tough inside. You know, he's built for it. He's made like an inside linebacker. He can run almost tackle to tackle, defensive end to defensive end, and just kind of controls that middle. Him and Mikey Neal in there working hard. So, again, number 17, Evan Baker, doing a great job in between the tackles for the Hounds defense.
I guess the cat's kind of out of the bag on what Coach Greer's been working on all year. Is kind of a three-man front, and
That's
he's got
right.
the Smith twins at stand-up backers.
That's right.
Third and long. Parkey loads up and fires. It's a duck down the right sideline, almost intercepted.
Man.
Going to be incomplete, though. Joe S. Lester on coverage.
Really good coverage right there. You know, the Cardinals taking a shot down the field, but Joe West Lester doing a good job to get over top and almost becoming the receiver. So, again, you know, Hounds get pretty good pressure up front, force Parkey to throw the football deep, and Joe Lester over the top to make the play at cornerback for the Hounds defense.
Sets up fourth down. It's the first time in, I'm going to say 6 or 7 games, Corbin's not been in a running clock in the fourth quarter. This is the longest these starters have had to play.
That's right. And again, you know, we've said it 2 or 3 times, but a good thing. That's right, a really good thing that the Hounds are having to hang in there and fight to the end. That's a good thing.
4th and 8, Corbin brings the blitz.
Wow.
Pass is going to be batted down.
Woo.
Jacob Smith gets a paw on it. He was actually dropped back in coverage like he was playing that nickel spot, and then crept up and timed the blitz perfectly to get the ball down.
Man, I tell you, just timed it perfectly, really kind of set up, like you said, in coverage, and then just release the Hound, so to speak, on the inside. And I tell you, big number 0, Jacob Smith, gets his hands up and bats the ball down and gets really quick pressure on that kind of that linebacker stunt to the inside for the Hounds defense. Again, Hounds take over right here in really good shape, on their own side of the football field right here.
Hounds take over on the Taylor County 35-yard line, sporting a 4-touchdown lead. Elam opens up in the shotgun, trips receivers to his right, one wide out to his left. Guy Bailey running back to his left. He'll throw to start the drive. Good clean pocket, fires down the middle of the field. He's got Stewart, and there for the touchdown!
I mean, are you kidding right there? I mean, we saw the Hounds, you got the big lead, you get the turnover on downs, and then you get the good protection, and quarterback Cade Elam fires his shot on that kind of that post route right across the middle. And, of course, Carter Stewart, number 15, Hounds all-time receiving leader. He's going to come down with that ball. Great pitch, great throw right there, quarterback Elam, and then a great catch across the middle by number 15, Carter Stewart. Another quick touchdown, a quick strike by the Hounds right there on offense.
Simon for the extra point try. Snap is down, kick is up and away, and good. 8:10 remaining in the contest, 42-7. Your score. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Hunting and fishing is a tradition born from the need to provide food for the family and love for the great outdoors. Regardless of your reasons, dedicated hunters and fishermen know the success starts at Kentucky Outdoorsman. From guns for the hunt or self-protection to rods and reels for the rivers and lakes to the best archery gear and hunting and target practice. It can be found at Southeastern Kentucky's hunting and fishing headquarters. Kentucky Outdoorsman, located at 8833 South Highway 25 in Corbin, across from Tri-County Cycle Sales.
Remaining in the football game, Corbin has blown this one wide open, 42-7. Your score here at Campbell Field. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett and Jenny Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. And Hounds have exploded here in the second half. Good gracious. Big fourth quarter from the Hounds so far. Simon puts it, it's a high squib kick, end over end, going to be fielded at the Taylor County 20, up to the 25, up to the 30. Got some running room, tacked down from behind. Finally going to be brought to rest at his own 38-yard line. Good little return there from Taylor County.
Yeah, a good return right there. But I tell you what, just, you talk about the explosion for the Hounds offense. We saw Cade Elam throw his second interception on the season. Maybe frustrated him a little bit, got a little bit upset because I'm telling you what, he's played lights out here and just hit Carter Stewart to take the big lead right there for the Hounds.
Defense has certainly tightened up, not that it wasn't already a rough unit to play against.
That's right.
Statistically number 1 in Kentucky right now. Parkey in the shotgun. Bad snap. He does field it. Play's going to be blown dead, though. See what the infraction is. Snap infraction going to go against Taylor County. That might be for the best.
Yeah, I mean, I would have a snap infraction if I had the Hounds front four over top of me too. That's for sure. And you look at the stats too, Ronnie. Just on the fly right here. Carter Stewart 171 yards receiving so far in this football game tonight, and Cade Elam firing 243 yards passing. So the Hounds have just lit up the night sky right here at Campbell Field.
Could be the final game here at Campbell Field this season. Really, we are the slave to the RPI.
That's right.
That's right. Of the season. 1st and 10, Parkey in the gun, going to hand off across the right side. Fights his way forward up to about the 35-yard line. Gains a couple.
Jace Hatfield in on that hit right there. And, again, we've seen the front four for the Hounds just kind of control the line of scrimmage all night long. If the Cardinals happen to throw a football, get instant pressure. And if not, they're, they've done all season, run it between the tackles. The Hounds' big front four have done a great job to stop the run as well. So, again, it all stops and starts with the Hounds' defense with that big front four.
2nd down, 13 to go. Play action. Parkey fires out into the flat, hauled in and caught on the screen reception. Good play there. Brought down makes it up to the 40-yard line, picks up 5. Still going to set up 3rd and long, though, because of the penalty.
Yeah, just trying to get the ball out in space for the Cardinals there. We see Mikey Neal coming over in space, making that hit. But, Cardinals really grasping at straws right here just to get a few positive yards. Hounds defense have really tightened down. We saw the Hounds give up that touchdown off of the turnover. But other than that, I tell you, Hounds defense has played lights out again in this football game.
3rd down, 8 to go for Taylor County. Passing situation. Hounds have done well tonight. Brings the receiver in motion, fakes it, keeps it himself on the ground. Got the 1st down at the 50, the 45. Jonah Mahan, touchdown saving tackle down on his own 40-yard line.
Yeah, just a good run right there, off the fake a little bit and kind of had the Hounds defense kind of out wide and then comes underneath on the fake and, hits him again between the tackles and finds some running room. So a good play design right there for the Taylor County Cardinals. And you're right, Ronnie, Jonah Mahan making that hit. And, if not, the Cardinals may put 7 on the board right there.
1st and 10 at the Corbin 39-yard line. Trips formation to the right. Toss sweep towards the trips. Going to be wrapped up in the backfield for a loss. I think that was Mahan making the tackle in space. Good play by him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just a good job right there, Jonah Mahan. You get a one-on-one situation with a little bit of a toss sweep. You got to come up there in a hurry, but then when you get there, you got to break down and, make sure you make a good solid tackle. So big number 28, Jonah Mahan, does just that and makes that hit in the backfield for the Hounds right there.
Loss of 4 makes it 2nd and 14. Twin wideouts to the left. Parkey in the gun. Keeps it on the ground. Keeps it himself across the left side.
Man.
Good little run there.
Yes.
Mahan, another big hit from him from that rover spot.
Yeah, I mean, the runner for the Cardinals picks up really good space right there, really good yards, but you're right. Mahan comes up and really lays the hit right there. And so a good job by Jonah Mahan forcing this big 3rd down right here.
3rd down and 9. Cardinals did convert on the ground from a similar down and distance on this very drive. Under 5 minutes to go. Corbin on top, 42-7. Your score. Loser goes home. Winner goes on to play Bull County.
That's right.
Parkey in the gun with trips to his left. Flags come a-flying. False start going to go against Taylor County.
Yeah, another tough play right there. Again, pushes the Cardinals back and creates third and a little bit longer right here. So, again, just allows the Hounds defense to really kind of put their hand in the dirt, especially that big front four. And, if the Cardinals going to drop back and try to throw the football, gives Gerard Smith just another reason to go get the quarterback right here.
Result of the penalty makes it 3rd and 14. Not a lot of plays in the playbook. Got an upset Taylor County fan right in front of us. Sorry if that bled through. 3rd and 14. Keep it on the ground across the left side. Smith trying to find some running room. He's going to be stretched to the sideline, finally forced out right around the 38-yard line. 4th down and still long to go.
Good job over there, Jeremiah Gilbert, coming up from his corner spot to to make that hit and get Taylor County Cardinals out of bounds. So again, right here, the Hounds just doing a great job. Cardinals moving the ball a little bit and having a little bit of success, but again, forcing a big 4th down right here for the Hounds defense.
4th down, 9 to go. Taylor County still fighting. They're trailing by a big margin.
That's right.
35-point deficit, 42-7. Your score. Parkey sets the throw. He gets walloped in the backfield. Ball comes to flying. It's still on the ground. I didn't get that. And now Gerard Smith has the football. Big man touchdown.
Mercy.
Defensive end for the score. Didn't get the number who laid that hit. But
I think it was his brother, Jacob Smith. I'm not positive, but I think he just he come on that inside blitz again, and that we saw her in the game. And, man, just shot out of a cannon. My goodness.
I felt that one up here.
Yes. One of the biggest shots you'll ever see right there.
We're too old for that kind of contact.
Man, I tell you. And, the ball just ricochets about 20 yards down the field. And, of course, who's going to be there first? Big number 99, Jacob Smith, to pick up the football and put points on the board. My goodness, what a shot and what a return by number 99, Jacob Smith. What a play right there. Wow.
Gerard Smith finally finds the end zone.
Yes.
The defensive lineman of the year.
Yes.
District player of the year. No scores, though, but that changed to 9. That's actually going to put Taylor County on the clock.
Yeah. What a play.
My neck hurts from up here.
Yeah. Man.
Simon for the extra point try. Kick is up and away and good. 4:02 remaining in the game. Your score 49-7. Corbin on top. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Ever heard the phrase big enough to serve you, small enough to know you? It's true at Hometown Bank. From the easy-to-use mobile app to online banking and even bill pay, Hometown Bank has everything you need to make banking easier. Whether you need to make a mobile deposit or would rather stop in and see a friendly, smiling face in person, Hometown Bank is here and ready to help. Stop in and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
4:02 remaining in tonight's football game. Corbin on top, 49-7. Wow. Forced fumble from Jacob Smith, returned by Gerard Smith for the touchdown. That's got Taylor County on a running clock situation here at Campbell Field.
Yeah, just, like I said, just shot out of a cannon on that. We saw it earlier. He kind of sets up in that flat area, makes it look like coverage, and then comes on that little stunt to the inside. And, the quarterback for the Cardinals there didn't see it coming. Rex Parkey, and just gets hit. And then, the benefactor of that, number 99, Gerard Smith.
Pooch kick going to be fielded at the 25, up to the 30, picking behind his blockers and surges up to about his own 37-yard line. And we're in running clock territory.
Yes, yeah. Just, the clock's running. That's right. I know we've talked about it a lot this season, but the Smith brothers, if they want to, they play at a different speed. It's just unbelievable. Man.
If I was If I was Mr. Parkey, I'd be looking at my offensive line.
Yes. I mean, man, pick up a blitz.
Hold them. Tackle them.
Yes.
It's fun. We'll take
Whew.
the 10.
That's right. Yeah, take a flag, whatever you got to do.
Certainly took a lot of licks on that
Man.
last drive. It's tough. Tough on your quarterback.
Man.
1st and 10 at the Taylor County 38-yard line. Parkey under center. Hands off to the fullback, straight ahead. Bounces off the first tackler, fights ahead up to about the 39-yard line. Picks up a yard on the fullback dive.
Yeah, just a good stop right there again. You know, the Hounds front four, Jace Hatfield in there. Looked like Peyton Warren doing a good job. Mikey Neal, the whole Hounds front four and linebackers in on that hit. And again, as this clock just continues to count towards 0. And of course, again, like we said, like you said, Ronnie, the clock's not going to stop. Running clock territory again for the Hounds. You see it week after week. Just maybe took a little bit, maybe a quarter longer than normal to get that clock running.
2nd and 8. But Corbin may be subbing down defensively, position by position. Parkey under center. Handoff going to go to Smith across the right side. Fights up to the 46-yard line. Picks up about 3 on the carry. Or 42, excuse me.
Yeah, it looks like we see Jonah Mahan getting off the bottom of the pile again. And we saw Mahan in on a lot of tackles tonight. So good to see, Mahan playing in that rover position, can come up and make plays in space. Has done a great job for the Hounds defense tonight, finding the football and making hits. So great football game tonight for number 28, Jonah Mahan.
Sets up 3rd and 5. Parkey in the gun. Sets the throw. Airs it out. Going to run underneath it at the 30, at the 20, at the 10. Doesn't knock him out of bounds. I think he gets in there for the touchdown. Yeah. He does.
Man, I tell you, just throwing it over the top of the defense. And, maybe the fake and then, the go route right there. And the Hounds kind of settling in right there, but, pay the price for the big play. So the Cardinals still, trying to fight, still trying to put points on the board and hit a big throw down the right side, moving towards the end of this football game. So touchdown for the Taylor County Cardinals right there.
No team has scored more points on this defense.
That's right.
Well, I think they had subbed down at that point.
Yes, that's right.
Extra point try on the way through the uprights and good. I think both teams will probably elect to call this a contest and be done with it for the night.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, clock's still counting, 20 seconds in the game. So you're right, Ronnie. I think it'll probably, Cardinals be glad that they put another touchdown on the board. But, Hounds going to move on right here.
Now, Corbin going to improve on the football season. Your final score is going to be 49-14. Corbin survives and advances on to the 3rd round. Hounds will be taking on the Rebels of Bull County up in Danville.
That's
that is
right.
the game we've all been waiting on.
Yes.
It'll be 7:30 on your radio dial. Tune us in for some pregame broadcast, and we'll give you what will be the game of the week across the state next week up in Danville. Again, your final here. Corbin 49, Taylor County 14. JB, thank you for all the expert color commentary. Jenny, thank you for the stats. Thanks to Rick back at the station. I'm Ronnie Bowling. This has been Red Hound Football on T107.